This is a short video about tumors and the differences between benign and malignant ones. So tumors are just masses of tissue caused by uncontrolled cell division through mitosis. So we categorize them as either benign or malignant based on what kind of threat they are to like the organism as a whole. So when we're looking at a person's tumor, we're trying to figure out, okay, is this something that's going to possibly spread and damage other organs? Is it something that's going to cause some sort of dysfunction? In that case, we consider them malignant. We would say that that person has cancer, right? If not, then they're considered benign. So benign tumors are generally harmless. They're not going to spread to other parts of the body. They're not cancerous. Whereas those malignant tumors, right, they are potentially going to be harmful to the organism. We also, like I said, call them cancerous. And the reason for this is because they can invade other tissues, they can spread to other parts of the body, and that process is called metastasis. Metastasis. Like meta kind of means like beyond or outside of. So they can move beyond their normal place where they originally derived, where they originally arose, whatever organ or tissue type they originally came from, and so then they can be present or have they can beyond those original confines. So in order to determine, right, if we're looking at a tumor, like for example, with our patient Kai, right, we're trying to figure out, okay, does Kai have cancer or not? Then we're going to do a biopsy of one of those tumors. So he's got these little bumps, right, that you saw in the MRI by like his knees, right? We want to know if those are cancerous or not, and so we perform a biopsy. So a biopsy is where you basically you're just literally removing part of a tissue. That's considered a biopsy. So, for example, I recently had a couple of moles removed. When they removed them, they said, we're doing a biopsy. There was also a mole removal at the same time, but basically they did that, and then they did look at them to make sure that I didn't have like melanoma or something like that, which I didn't. It was fine. They were benign. But the person who is going to do that is going to be a pathologist. A pathologist is a medical professional who looks for changes or other signs of disease to collaborate with other healthcare providers are looking at and to help diagnose patients. So pathology, the study of disease, essentially. Pathology is just the study of how diseases function, how they develop. You could cut it. Pathologists might study infectious diseases. They might study genetic diseases. They might study cancer, for example, right? It's a type of disease that a pathologist might be interested in. They might be studying. So the specific type of pathologist who studies disease at the cellular level that would do like a biopsy and actually look at the tissues under the microscope, we call them a cytopathologist. When you see cyto, that usually refers to cell, right? So cytoplasm, right? It's liquid inside of a cell. So, the more you know what these root words mean, the easier it is to decipher and understand what the terms actually mean. All right, so this is a really useful chart. I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but this is useful, and I would recommend having this in your lab journal. So if you want to pause the video right here, this is also in my PLTW. You might have already taken these notes if you already went through my PLTW and took notes in your lab journal. But this right here kind of goes through these different characteristics and the differences between benign and malignant tumors and what you would see and what you would observe and how you can tell the difference between the two. So feel free to pause the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.